Joining us now, junkscience.com publisher and former Trump transition team member Steve Milloy. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing great, Marcus. Jackie, thanks for having me.
Sure.
Steve, can you imagine pouring gasoline all over your dry front lawn and then spending more time talking about why it's dry as opposed to the guy that actually lit it on fire when he said it?
Well, that's right. You know, wildfires, first off, are naturally occurring. They have come way down since the beginning of the 20th century because we've been taking care of the forests. Now, starting in the 1980s, when nonsensical environmentalism took hold, we stopped doing that. So we have decades and decades and decades of brush built up in these forests, undergrowth. They're making the forests unhealthy, they're drying them out, and then you get a hot spell of weather, and all it takes is an arsonist or some negligence from the utility company, or a lightning strike, and you've got a wildfire. And it's people are opposed to logging, but logging is a lot healthier for forests than it is just to let them burn down.
And when you talk about these, controlling the forestry, controlled burns, there are some states who comply and go along with it and do it. There are other states that refuse to do it. California is a great example. And so when you create a situation like you mentioned, where there's extra brush and a situation can get out of control, it's literally a tinderbox, no pun intended. But what does any of this have to do with climate change?
Well, nothing. We've always had heat waves. We always will. We've always had droughts, so always happen. You have to take care of the forests, and we don't do that. And a lot of this problem could be solved if we privatized a lot of these forests. They're government-owned, government-managed, and so you just get negligence. And this kind of stuff is always going to happen when, the government policy is to just let overgrowth happen.
Steve, you have to wonder why politicians like the governor in Washington continue to just keep attracting themselves to these ideologies. And if you've seen what's happening with the socialist movement in the state of Washington, are comments like this really just pandering to people that want to have something to cheer about or fight about more than anything else? Well,
no, climate has been a main plank of, I call it climate communism. Now we call it Democrat socialism, whatever. It's leftists that want to grab control of the economy and the rest of our society. Climate has been very successful for them. We laugh at it a lot on conservative TV and conservative talk radio, but the fact is that it has been tremendously successful, and the war is not over against it.
It's amazing, though, the president calling it out from day one, saying climate change is a hoax, that we go through cycles historically and periodically where things shift, but it has, nothing necessarily to do with our actions. They also have no proof of their so-called climate change. They've got studies and whatnot that they put up. But, you could argue this all the way until the cows come home. What's important right now is that the president is putting all of that aside and trying to get the American agenda back on track where it needs to be. And I think he's done a very good job in doing that.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He has reined in the overregulation. We have unleashed the American energy industry. It's unfortunate that Obama and Biden were allowed to kill the coal industry. We need to bring that back. We need to keep going with oil and gas. As you can see, there's a lot more we need to produce. We're not really self-sufficient yet. We need to bring nuclear power online. The administration has taken some baby steps in that direction. We need to do all these things, and we need to stop wasting money on wind and solar and the Green New scam.
Steve, before we go, Sesame Street is releasing a special episode teaching children about extreme weather, like if it rains, wear a raincoat. But it left the New York Times very unsatisfied, apparently.
The New York Times writes, one more thing. They write, left unaddressed in the episode was where all the extreme weather is coming from and why it's increasing. There was no mention of climate change, let alone the fossil fuel emissions that are the main driver of global warming. This is what the New York Times is concerned about, that Sesame Street should be teaching our children.
Sesame Street.
Right. So this is really insidious ideological child abuse. What they're doing is just scaring children. Instead of teaching kids how to read and do arithmetic, things like that, they're scaring them with the weather. I mean, it's appalling.
Well, I think it's bigger than that, right? When we look at educating children today, we want them to understand the basics like we did when we were kids. Math, arithmetic, manners, understanding the truth, having some belief in faith. Why is it that the left continues to want to indoctrinate kids at such a young age using props like Sesame Street as a way to infiltrate?
Well, because it pays off. It creates voters. You look around, you wonder why so many children are, DSA voters. Well, it's because that's what they've been taught in school. They've been prepared for it. And the Sesame Street is the same thing. They don't say that, it's greenhouse gases, but of course that piece will come as soon as they get into first grade.
Yeah, and we were just talking about some of these DSA candidates that are winning, and that it's not the working class that are going out and voting for them. They actually see through it. It is these white, elite, educated,
kids.
and they all came up through this system. They've been brainwashed, Steve.
Yeah, I almost think we need to raise the voting age back to 21 because these people are just not ready for prime time yet. They have votes that are as good as mine, and I'm sorry, that's just not right.
Steve, you've been advising politicians for years. You were very helpful to President Trump. If you were giving one piece of advice to somebody running against the socialists in their market in one sentence, what advice would you give them?
Wow, that's a really great question. I would just say keep hitting them with the facts. I mean, the facts are our society depends on fossil fuels. Our society depends on capitalism. We are the greatest country, the wealthiest country, the freest country because of fossil fuels and capitalism. Just,
Right.
Steve Milloy.
Go, Donald, go.
Thank
Steve,
you.
thank you.
And we will see you
All right, thank
tomorrow.